House Bill 396 came before the Judiciary Committee almost 2 years ago. And I remember it well. It was about a 3-hour hearing. Went till 7 or 7:30 in the evening. And there were two people who testified who really stood out to me. One of those was a transgender person who was opposed to the bill, who said, "We may be the people working in the hospital who take care of you when you're sick. We may be the people in the ambulance who pick you up and take you there. Some of us are the people who are clearing the roads so that you can get to work and you can get your kids to school." The message was, don't hate us. And that struck me because my response, I don't hate you. I never have. And yet that's how that bill is being framed. I think that on many issues, both on the left and the right, we are being taught to believe that if we differ on policy, we must therefore hate each other. That is not true. It is an easy sell, though, because sometimes there's some truth to it. Polarization is power, and it benefits people who are pushing for pure, zero-sum, win-lose outcomes. It does not benefit those of us who want to settle our differences, figure out a way that we can all live together with acceptable outcomes. Sometimes win-win situations are very, very hard to find. Sometimes it seems impossible, but they're out there if we look for them. So there was a second person who testified that stands out in my mind. She was a young mother from Milford, New Hampshire. She told us that she was the victim of sexual assault, that she's been in therapy for years, that she takes antidepressants, and that she cries every day in the shower. All I want to do, she said, is to protect my 12-year-old daughter. Her 12-year-old daughter was a student in the Milford school system. A 17-year-old boy in the Milford school system had taken to using the bathrooms and locker rooms, including the girls' locker room at times, the boys' locker room at times, would come in with his friends and would make fun of this 12-year-old girl and her friends while they were getting changed. I don't know how we solve that problem. I don't believe that there is a one-size-fits-all solution to honoring the people who are opposed to the bill and protecting that 12-year-old girl in Milford. This bill is the best shot I think we have at that. The world is far more nuanced than CNN or Fox News would have any of us believe. And if we allow other people to write our narratives for you, if we allow other people to completely validate one point of view and completely invalidate the other point of view, then we are destined to continue on the path that we are on. We have seen what happens when the us-them paradigm prevails in other countries around the world and throughout history. We have not reached peak intensity yet, although I think a lot of people think we have here in the United States, and we don't have to. I have referred to House Bill 396 on occasion as the "can't we all get along" bill. I know others don't see it that way. But the question is, how do we navigate this new normal together in a way that we can all live with? One-size-fits-all solutions don't work in a lot of cases, and this is one of those cases. I don't imagine that my speech or any of the other speeches here today are going to change votes on this veto override. But I think our nation and our world are in a very dangerous place, especially as we approach an upcoming election that has global consequences. We need to be able to step away from the us-them paradigm, from the this or that, black and white narrative, and see each other as human beings. So I came up here not really knowing whether this was going to resonate. I would ask my colleagues to vote to override the veto. Having said that, if you don't vote to override the veto, vote your conscience. And if anything I've said resonates, I ask you that when you leave the chambers today, you take it out with you and back to your community.